Welcome to another FlagrantWeeaboo stream. Oh boy. So, NieR Replicant version 1.224744871139 releases on Steam on the 23rd. So we have, let me count this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to beat NieR Automata? It's not going to happen, let's be real. There's no way I'm having both games on the go at the same time. Or near square root of 1.5, indeed. There's no way I'm having both games on the go at the same time. So I guess if we don't get Automata done in that time, what we'll do is put Automata on the back burner and play Replicant, and then come back to Automata. Of course, Replicant will take priority. There's still no word from Square Enix about the release date for the White Snow edition. I'm biting my fingernails just thinking about it because I want to get that edition. But that really requires Square Enix being on the ball about letting people know when it's available. If I go to the Square Enix UK website, well, the EU one, you can select your platform for the White Snow edition. I'll show you. You can select your platform for the White Snow edition, like so. You can select your edition between Standard and White Snow, but the White Snow, yes, I am intending to pay that. The White Snow, there's just a waiting list button. What's that stuff in my cart? Actually, yes, I was looking at the... Oh, good, it's not doxing me, that's fine. I was looking at getting the NieR soundtracks. I'm probably going to go ahead and do that at some point. I'm so excited for this. Oh, game, pin set, script set, including the English voiceover dialogue, collector's box, steel bookcase with art, special soundtrack, and the PC Steam version that I pre-ordered will come with a wallpaper collection and mini soundtrack. Oh, this isn't the version that I'm buying for my brother. This is the White Snow edition for me. In case you couldn't tell, I'm excited. Do I need any game tips or tricks on hand here? It might behoove me to, I want not Automata. I want Replicant to sell well. Oh, this stream, by the way, is titled NiceR Automata. I should probably explain this as well before someone thinks I'm insane. I know full well it's spelled NieR, but if I go over to the Amazon co.uk page, and I won't show you my Amazon because it will show you my browsing history and items recently viewed. And I don't want you to know I've been looking at the complete Mary Kate Olsen and Ashley Olsen movie box shit. NieR Replicant. If I go to NieR Replicant and go to the Tarot Card Edition, where's the full item inf? They've corrected it. Since I pointed it out the other day, they've corrected it. Standard edition? Let's have a look. They've corrected it. Okay, so the other day, on the Amazon page, it said NiceR Replicant is an updated version of NiceR Replicant. The sequel to NieR Automata and all this, but it doesn't say it anymore. Oh, nuts. That's because they've updated this page now, because the game's about to come out. They're pushing to get sales. That's why they're going to drop this Become as Gods edition on Steam as an update, because they want to get sales, and I understand that. I think it was during one of the GoldenEye streams that the topic of a Mary Kate and Ashley box set came up. Well, I've been looking at it, you see. It's French. It's a French box set with French cover, French back text. But all the movies have their English voiceover. You know, the correct English language that they were made in. No, I don't need to lock onto that. Whatever. The hide is always... Oh, it's moose meat. That's only useful for selling. Right. Tree. Yeah, French. It has a French voiceover as well, but it also has the English, so I'd be able to watch them in English. I've been thinking about it as a sort of gag present for myself. Have you ever bought yourself a gag present? Speedstar, Robo Dojo Black Belt. That's right, we need to get items for Father Servo. Oh, and one of them we can't get because it's there. Okay. Parade Escort. NieR Automata Parade Escort. I don't want to hear someone's guide. Let's have a look. Parade Escort quest too hard? Question mark. Try using damage ups. I would suggest you hack them if you have the right, okay. So, second playthrough. You can't hack on the first playthrough. Okay. Welcome to SushiBites, and it's an episode about Mary Kate and Ashley. And it doesn't mention at all how it doesn't fit. Maybe not Mary Kate and Ashley for SushiBites, but perhaps for Super Smash Shows, if Mary Kate and Ashley did 3 different TV series. I know that they did a series that was like Mary Kate and Ashley's Detective Agency, but if there's 2 other TV shows they did, I think there's like a general Mary Kate and Ashley show. If there's one more... Wait, weren't they on like some like Family Matters type shit at some point? This gives me an idea. Well, I've explained before the April Fool's episode of SushiBites that never happened. Not SushiBites. No, just Real Asia, like a Real Asia review. I was gonna do iCarly, I Go to Japan. Machine examination. Am I supposed to talk to him then? He's unhappy now. I'll leave. I've upset him. Gonna do iCarly, I go to Japan for Real Asia at one point. I never did. Just because that would have been hilarious. To treat it like it's an Asian film. I thought about a Super Smash shows on, like, Cory in the House. Oh god, Ethan, thank you, but oh my god, Ethan. Save your money.
Requested material obtained.
But thank you. Has Big Robo Man forgiven me yet? No. Big Robo Man has not forgiven me.
Stick bread.
Oh dear. Stick bread. Two of a kind, Mary-Kate and Ashley in action and so little time. Yeah, that might work. Stick bread. Even the text-to-speech is not amused. Oh man, thank you. But seriously, keep your money. Because of all these donations, I went ahead and grabbed a little something on Amazon the other day. Well, back when I did the Bones episode of The Weekly Diranto, what became Super Smash Bros., I said the only way I would watch the rest of Show by Rock is if someone paid me to do it. Considering the kind donations and memberships from you wonderful folks, I decided that I had officially been paid to cover Show by Rock. So I'm gonna watch Show by Rock. I have all 3 shows that I covered on that Bones episode now, so the plan is to watch all 3 of them and then do like a follow-up. Do a follow-up of that Bones episode where I say... What level are you now? Level 40. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh. That's right. He hasn't upgraded yet. Will he just stand there and take it? Will I get experience points? It's doing so very little to him. But it is damaging him. Welcome to the Bone Zone. I really don't think so. Anyway, so I've got Skullman on DVD, I've got Gothic on Blu-ray, and now Show by Rock on Blu-ray is arriving. Yeah, it's a Sanrio production. It was the show I said I would never watch unless I was paid to watch it. Out of the 3 shows on that weekly Diranto, it was the show I just said, yeah, I'm not watching, it's garbage. Bone Zone is not allowed on YouTube. What's wrong with the Bone Zone? I'm curious if I can get the EXP from fighting this boss again, just for wailing on him now until his health goes down. This is for science. How are we doing? Oh, still barely anything. So, point of no return. Side quests. Automata. Ending A, point of no return, point of no return. What is the point of no return for side quests? The first main quest in the drowned city. Right, the sunken city I remember. I remember that bit. That's an underground city where you fight one of the androids. After you get the missile supply mission, you will be asked to go to the flooded city. Going to the designated point in the flooded city and killing all the enemies, getting on the flight units is the point of no return for Rude. Okay. So I have to make sure that I'm good enough to take out most of these side missions. How are we doing? Oh, it's almost dead. So the point of no return is the sunken city. We'll see when I kill it if there's any EXP dropped. I'm curious, because in which case, every time Father Servo spawns, I could just kill him for some EXP. At this point, I don't think the EXP I earn would be worth it. Pretty obvious it won't be. $352. Pathetic, yeah. Not worth it. But it's good to know I can do that. It's just not effective. Pretty standard experience. That enemy was 63, just to give you perspective. And 55. So that's like a third of what I got from killing Master Servo, maybe close to a quarter actually. Oh god, look at him now. Glow up. Let's go check him out. It's probably level 50 now. In which case I'll come back in another 10 levels to take him on. Level 50, yeah. I'll fight him at some point, but not when I'm like level 21 or whatever. 24. Yeah. I'll go get another 6 levels on me yet before I take him on. Right, so what side quests can I definitely get right now? Stupid jackass's research. I keep putting that off. Trial of Sand. I keep putting that off. I don't think I can miss out on any side quests until the point of no return. So let's progress the story a little first. I think that seems reasonable. It's been like 2 streams since we progressed the story, so...
Analysis. It is a cave-in caused by the collapse of an open space underground.
This game's UI is
There
beautiful.
such a huge cavern beneath the city.
Someone brought up recently that it looks like Metal Gear Solid 4's UI, and I totally agree. It's very similar to MGS4's UI, even down to the color scheme and shape of the options. Practically the same. Need to make our way down, but not without getting rid of some pesky robots first. So now things are opening up, I intend to go to the gym. That's right. Flagrant is planning to get
That's a
swole.
weird-looking enemy.
It's going to be the perfect time to watch my Blu-rays that I've ripped. And then I'm going to come back to the Bones Weekly Diranto and do a follow-up. Of course, the show's called Super Smash Shows now, but... Previously on Super Smash, I mean the Weekly Diranto. The main reason for grabbing Show by Rock in the end was that I could get a pre-owned copy in pretty decent condition for $15, which was way cheaper than buying it brand new. I saw the opportunity, I knew that it wouldn't be around at that price forever, so I grabbed it. Which now means I have all 3 Bones shows that I covered on that episode. Which now means I can cover all 3 for science! So there's somebody around here I can talk to. No, I think that's later. Can't talk to this guy. If he's not interested in the conversation, he's gotta die.
This hallway looks pretty old.
Level 1 enemies? Sort of a first time run, in the sense of I've never beaten this game before. Like, I'm talking, all... And any more endings besides the second one? No. Anything past ending 2 is all new to me. I never beat this. Like, fully, I mean. But have I played through this section before? Absolutely. I'm not completely blind, is what I mean. I'm not playing completely blind.
Look at all these dead machines. Seems like they've been here for a long time.
What is this place?
I don't know. There's nothing like it in the database.
This scene's pretty cool, from what I remember.
Are they dead?
2B, look!
Best game to start with. NieR on PS3 or 360 is a very good place to start.
Welcome.
Automata's a good place
the
to start
graveyard
because it
of
doesn't
our
really have that
creators.
many connections to the original NieR. None that specifically matter, anyway. In the grand scheme of things, it does, but not
Toby,
that just
look
generally
out.
matter.
My name is Adam. The aliens you seek are no longer.
Eh? Can I kill him yet?
Relax, Eve. We're still negotiating here.
I can't say whether 1.22
The
will
aliens
be a
you
good
seek
place to
are no
start
longer
because
here. They were
Yoko
wiped
Taro
out
has a habit
centuries ago by us, the machine.
of messing with people.
Wiped down.
And who knows? Perhaps we'll wipe out the androids next. Machines are weapons capable of evolution. We can grow. We can become aware. Eventually, the intelligence within our network began to surpass that of our creators. You'd probably be surprised at how quickly it happened.
You destroyed your own creators?
Oh, there's no need to fret about them. They were simple. Infantile.
Yeah, the world exists as it is in Automata because of the
They
actions
held no
of the
value to
hero
us,
in the
but
original game.
humans on the moon. Now they are interesting.
I can probably say that without spoiling it.
Because they are an enigma. They killed
But if I went
uncountable
into any
numbers
more
of their own
detail, it would
kind,
be spoilers.
and yet loved in equal measure. It's fascinating, don't you think? What could possibly drive such behavior? We have dedicated ourselves to unraveling this riddle of humanity. And now we will allow you to assist us. You were made in their image, after all.
Assist you with what?
It's simple. We need you to locate the humans on the moon and bring them to us. We will then dissect and analyze them in order to drag their secrets forth into the light. Surely you see the attraction in this.
Are you insane? We'd never do that!
Yeah,
Can you believe
I say
this,
3,000
Toby?
years.
This guy's bonkers.
Well, I suppose.
Unless
this
the year that we're told at the start of this game is incorrect. If it's not, then it's 3,000.
The same way we destroyed these pathetic little aliens. Time grows short. This year, this is the fate that befell our creators.
As for your beloved humans, I guess we'll see, won't we?
They're gone.
The aliens were already dead.
Yeah. We better get back to the bunker.
That was an achievement. Creation and insurrection. Complete the alien ship. Okay. So Adam and Eve were completely heterosexual roommates and very good friends.
Back this way again? What a pain.
Stop complaining.
Yeah.
Which ending are you aiming for? Well, you have to do ending A, then you have to do ending B.
We now have an operational transporter in the city ruins. We're
Right.
attempting to deploy them at other points as well.
About time we had access to those.
Care to fill me in?
Transporters? They let you transfer your consciousness to a temporary body back in the bunker. I heard some tech guys talking about it a while ago, but I didn't know they'd finally got it working. Anyway, I'll mark the positional data on the map.
Oh, I can't open that. Fast travel. The game needs it. When you're doing side quests, the game needs it. Coming in to support Flagrant. Hey, Sobomb.
Hey, how's it hanging?
You again.
Your commander told me to build a new access point, so here you go. Oh, and I got the stupid transporter up and running too.
Thank you?
I've known the commander for a while now. She sure is good at pawning work off on people. Next time you see her, give her some lip for me, will ya?
So this has a transporter now, huh?
Still, transporters are pretty handy. They're way faster than flight units when it comes to traveling between Earth and the bunker. Flight units also leave us open to attack, and they're expensive to operate, too.
Yeah. I know how it works. Any red side missions nearby? I guess they want me to transport to bunker. I love how they're vending machines.
That concludes our report on the events surrounding the alien wreckage. Then they were dead this whole time. The Council of Humanity needs time to formulate a plan. Until then, this information must be kept confidential. Speak of it to no one. Of course. Your next mission is to gather
2B is a
additional
snack,
intel
so it's
on the
appropriate
individual
she comes
known
out of
as
a vending
Pascal.
machine. I see what you
That
did
freaky
there.
machine we ran into?
This order comes directly from the Council. Knowledge of such unique individuals is essential for the success of future missions. Understood.
Stab. Ugh. You've got mail.
Man,
America
Commander sure
Online.
is a slave driver, huh? And now we have to go back to the city ruins. Why don't we rest a little bit, 2B? It's been a while.
I'll rest if I feel like it.
Oh, it's a side mission. In the hangar. In the alley. Wasn't even aware I could get side missions from here. Side mission to uncover 11B's black box. I'll take a look for it next time I'm in that area. I'll sleep, you watch. Good night, 2B. Yeah, NiceR totally isn't in love with 2B. That would be ridiculous. Right. Shot down near the factory, that's it. Going body finding now. I suppose. The real question is it going to be clear where I'm supposed to be looking or not? Oh, apparently it's just a massive, massive area. For fuck's sake. Right, so it could be anywhere inside here. This is our search area. Righto. Well, so much for getting some story done. We triggered one bit of story, and now I'm back on the side quests. Oh dear. And because areas, enemies don't scale with you, if they don't change the enemy set for an area, then all your enemies end up being, like, level 2. Ah, level 5 here, but still mostly pathetic. This time last year we were gearing up for Trials of Mana. That was a good remake, honestly. I watched a video by NieR yesterday about the Trials of Mana remake. Pretty much put everything I was thinking into perspective, but he also had experience of playing the original game as well. Base it off of, as well as experience playing that apparently not very good remake of Sword of Mana. Is it Sword of Mana? Legend of Mana? Both of them got remakes, but one was mobile only. Anyway, it had his experiences with playing that, which helped put things in a bit more perspective. Pre-order one game a year. Oh, you pre-ordered NieR. Nice. I'm happy for you. You pre-ordered quite possibly. It's going to be interesting, right? Because last year my game of the year was Trials of Mana, which was a remake of an old game, and then it sort of goes sort of Final Fantasy VII remake or Yakuza 7, depending on my mood, right? And then this year, my game of the year is probably going to be NieR Replicant, which is a remake of an old game. And we're getting a new version of Final Fantasy VII remake called FF7R Integrate. So it's the same games again. It's like nothing has changed. Cyberpunk, I can see that, but it wasn't for me. I'm waiting until everyone's forgotten about Cyberpunk, and that's when I will give it another chance. When everyone's stopped talking about it, which I understand is going to be a little while. Do you reckon the black box is here?
That's a Yorha unit.
Analysis. Yorha Type B body confirmed.
Yeah.
It belongs to the missing unit known as 11B.
So this is where you landed. Pod.
There isn't
can you
really a
access
full
her
game
black
in there.
box?
Yeah.
Negative. Unit 11B's black box has been irreparably damaged. Proposal. Unit 2B should recover any usable weapons. Fragmented data detected in memory region.
She was planning to go AWOL.
Violation of regulations detected. However, due to the death of the unit in question, corrective punishment is impossible.
Yeah.
I'll bring this weapon back to 16D in the bunker.
And I reckon she'll just go, oh, you could just have it. I don't need this weapon anymore. Alright, so there's something else in this area that I've put a marker out for. Planning to go AWOL, were ya, 11B? Oh, the NieR games are so very, 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 very sad. I'm used to it. I've told the story before on stream, but I wasn't in a very good place when I discovered NieR, when I played through it for the first time. I wasn't in a very good place. Now, I don't mean, like, physically or anything. I mean, like, mentally. And the game got me through what I can only describe as very dark times. So the whole depression of NieR I know very, very well. Because the bleak world it painted was a happier world than the one I was in. God, when I put it that way... oh, it's really quite sad. NieR was there for me at the right time. And I think that's why I have such a fondness for the series. And I'm ready to relive it all again! Oh yeah, there can be happiness in a world full of despair. NieR's big on that. NieR's big on all that stuff. You know, finding something to live for in a world where there's nothing left. NieR loves that shit. Practically eats it up. So, in an interview recently, it was stated that there was content cut from the original NieR because it was too sad. I can't find that marker, so I'm going to get out of here for now. There was content that was cut from the game for being too sad that has been put back into 1.22. Yeah. And apparently there's a new super boss that will be very sad with a returning character. So I assume that we're going to have to fight Daddy NieR in 1.22. That's what it's pointing towards. We know they've made a Daddy NieR model for the game because there's a PlayStation avatar for Daddy NieR on the PlayStation Store in this game in 1.22's art style. So yeah, Daddy NieR is in the game, we know this for a fact. Which means it can't be a straightforward remake / remaster. So everybody's saying remaster, remake. Guys. No. It's not gonna be. That's what I'm most excited about. We know about a new character. There's a trading card on the Steam version of the game for a character named Louise, and we have a description for Louise, and we've seen a location from 1.22 that is new, a crashed pirate ship in a cove, and that's related to Louise. So we know there's a brand new sort of side story. Chances are our sad boss fight is going to be related to that. Our new sad boss fight. Yeah, I'm going to get the weapon. You're her issue blade. Tell her about 11B's attempted desertion. What a miserable way to die. Serves her right for the... Oh, wow. Harsh. Oh, shit. Yeah, without it being misery porn. And yeah, that you've pretty much nailed exactly why I like NieR. It explores all this stuff without just being woe is me, sad, sad, sad. Alright, Matsu. It's a good balance. What about that trial of the sand? I feel like we're ready to give the first trial of sand a shot. I have no idea what I'll have to do in it. But I'll give it a shot. I'll take a look. I go back to work tomorrow. Right off the bat, I've got a full day. $9:30 till 5:30. Oh boy. I'm looking at these 2 weeks I've got ahead. NieR comes out on the 23rd. I've got a full day that day. But then 24th is clear. 25th is a short day. 26th and 27th are clear. 28th is a short day. 29th is clear. So we're going to be playing a lot of 1.22 when it comes out. I can pretty much dedicate all my time to it. then the week after, I got booked off. In fact, I got the 2 weeks after. So I go back to work for 2 weeks, and then I'm on holiday for 2 weeks. Why did I book that time? Well, because the first week was the week after Replicant comes out. And because the second week is the week Resident Evil 8 comes out. So... Steam releases on the 23rd. It's the 24th on consoles. That's right, Steam's getting it a day early. But you are right, we don't know when exactly it's going to drop. It would be nice if it got preload, but these days I've noticed less games getting preload, especially the Sega stuff. Like, Yakuza 7 didn't get a preload, and that was so annoying because it needed one. Resident Evil 8 is going to slap so hard. It fucking is. Oh, I am hyped for it. So here's the thing. When Resident Evil 7 came out, I was like, oh, this is crap. This isn't Resident Evil. What the fuck is this? Then last year, I played it during spooky streams, and I fell in love instantly. The atmosphere, the gameplay. Yeah, it's not typical Resident Evil, so to speak. But is it an entry in the Resident Evil series? Undeniable. There is no way you can play Resi 7 and say that is not a Resident Evil game. I'm psyched for 8. Because it's Ethan again. It's a first-person shooter again. I'm ready. And Chris doesn't look fake.
Know that you must rely on your own strength as is demanded by Rule 61,284. Fight with fairness and honor. Now begin.
My own strength, so win without using the pod. Okay. Water and water and water, water, water and water and water. It sounds like the Final Fantasy VIII battle theme. It's got that same rhythm to it. First-person mercenaries! Oh, man! I fucking love mercenaries! That was one thing that was definitely missing from 7. Oh god. An actual area where I have to be good at combat? That's the worst. I suck at combat. This isn't the original NieR where I can just spam the Phoenix Spear. If they bring out another boss now, I'm fucked. Woo! Water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water. Oh, that was tense. Long ago, it is said this land was a great kingdom inhabited by people who wore such masks. That is true. In an attempt to better understand our ancient predecessors, we have chosen to emulate their ways. Trial 2, recommended level 35. I'll come back when I'm level 35 then. That was so clutch. So when I play video games now, I actually get a little bit of... What would be the correct term to use? Is it like repetitive strain injury? Is it like RSI? Like, my hands go kind of numb a little. I could feel the numbness kicking in during that fight. I was freaking out that the numbness was going to cost me the win. Tell you what it is, it's years of typing and playing video games catching up to me. I'm such an old man. Oh, I'm so glad there's fast travel now. Makes this so much quicker. Final Fantasy VIII battle theme stuck in your head. I'm not sorry, because it's stuck in mine as well. Can never upgrade my pod, like I have none of the parts I need. Most of these, I swear, are from the forest. Auto use item. Vengeance. Vengeance +5. Oh, I see. I can boot these. Is it a bad time to say I've only played FF15? Well, FF15, like... I've heard very good things about Final Fantasy 15. I own it, I still haven't got around to playing it. Because there's been, you know, other games to play. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if someone has or hasn't played a game, so to speak. Yeah, it's a road trip simulator. A traditional Final Fantasy, it is not. I think that's the reason why I want to give it a go. Is because a traditional Final Fantasy, it is not. Just how NieR, a traditional JRPG, it is not. That's a whole different discussion to get into. Right, what sort of side missions are available? That's Father Servo. These I couldn't find. And I did look. This I can't get to yet. This I can't get to. This I can't get to. That I can't get to. These areas I can't reach. Right. To the tree! It's an action RPG. But with JRPG storytelling. Might as well mingle with Papa Servo. He's level 50 now. And I'm level 24. Sure, I can beat him. But it'll be a long fight. And it'll be a fight that will be slower now because he's a big bipedal robot. And that means my bullets are going to bounce off him now. So I can't even use my bullets to run his health down. So I'll go back to Pascal's village. I could give this festival side mission another chance, but I know I will fail, so there's no point in trying it. I'll come back when I'm about 20 levels up. Or even, you know, come back as 9S on playthrough number 2 and hack the enemies instead. Because that's bound to be more effective.
Operator 60 to 2B. Come in, 2B.
Hello.
2B here.
The monitoring signal from the new access point has gone silent. I'm sending you the positional data. Please investigate the site as soon as possible.
Understood.
Investigating communications. Don't YouTube live chat and walk. Is that really a law? It's an even more lenient Platinum Games title when you've bumped the difficulty down to easy, which I've done. Machine axe. These are so low damage output. You know what? I'm in the habit of going everywhere that, you know, I got to teleport now. And I still ran to town.
Oh, it's 9S and 2B, yes? Those machines cost quite the ruckus, don't you think?
We need to talk.
Of course. I'll help however I can. Yes, 2B? Yes, 2B?
Pascal,
Yes, 2B?
aside from this village, are there any other machines that are cut off from the network?
I suppose that unpleasant songstress you so kindly defeated in the amusement park wasn't part of the network.
You mean that singing thing?
Oh, and of course there's the Forest Kingdom, but
Forest Kingdom?
yes, it's a vast woodland area not far from here. There's a group of machines there attempting to build a nation of sorts. They're quite
yes, the
hostile to
Forest Kingdom.
outsiders, however. We can't so much as go near the place.
Where is it?
Northeast of the city ruins. You should be able to reach it by passing through the ruins of the commercial facility. If you go, however, be careful. Things have been rather rough there lately.
This Forest Kingdom sounds like something we should check out.
The commercial facility, finally. I haven't been able to go to this area yet. Now I can. Don't I meet Emil soon? I'm just looking at this area because it looked like there was a... like the map just stopped. Yeah, there's like bushes on top of concrete. It looks bad.
Say,
Fix your
2B.
game.
What?
When do you think you'll be willing to call me Nines?
How bad do you think the delay would be if I
fine.
used my PC
Well,
via my
yeah,
Mac
but-
with Elgato? Well,
Man,
to give you an idea, the delay for
We don't get to choose
a
our
console game
assignments,
for me
and you
into
should
my
work on
PC
keeping your opinions
is
in
around
check. Your heart aren't allowed to be
2.25
emotional,
seconds.
remember?
I think some of us are better at that
If
than
there's a
others.
delay, you can just pump that into XSplit/OBS. Love me to be. Denied. Please, call me Nines. Shut up. It's where there were super vicious enemies out here before. They're now gone. Because you're allowed to go here now.
This must be the commercial structure Pascal was talking about. The records say it was once a facility known as a shopping center.
Shopping center. You can pump the delay numbers into your streaming program of choice, and then no more delay. Or rather, what it does is it delays your microphone and webcam so that you're in sync with the video feed. You have to work out what the delay is, though. That's the only downside to it. I worked out that my delay was roughly 2.25 seconds by constantly testing it. In fact, by recording a video and pumping it into Premiere and then taking the audio and syncing it up to what was happening in game. And that told me what my delay was. Precisely to the millisecond. To remember how I get through here.
No getting through here.
Maybe there's some kind of mechanism we could engage? If we were human, we probably would have gone shopping and such here, right?
More meaningless conjecture.
You're so serious, 2B. You know that?
Alert. Multiple machine life forms detected above our position.
Oh no! Anyone here managed to play Astral Chain? I played about 5 minutes of it.
Who the heck is
My
the
opinion
forest
was, this
You're
runs
getting
too
distracted.
slow, it
Well,
looks
what do you
too
expect?
blurry.
I'm a scanner. How that was never meant to be my forte.
Really not a surprise when it's on Nintendo Switch.
Check this guy. He's just running away.
I will play Astral Chain for real when Astral Chain runs at an acceptable frame rate and graphics quality. Until then, no. Here he is.
Huh? Hey, where
Here's
am
our boy.
What's that?
Hey there, guys. What's up?
This thing's weird, 2B. Let's kill it.
Wait, what? No. Good idea. No!
Okay, what was that?
Emil. Gee, thanks, Emil. Open the way for us.
Looks like the forest is just ahead.
Pretty. Finally got here. There's a few side quests here, actually, that we can now do.
for the enemy androids. Engage battle mode. Now fight. Okay.
Here they come.
My opinion on Astral Chain is that
Better keep your guard
it's
up.
being held
I'm
back by
aware
the
of
system
how
it's
to
on,
fight. You just be careful.
I will, TV.
and that I'll play it when it's available in a form that's acceptable. So either a Switch console
These
with
machines.
They were talking
improved
about a
specs
king,
and
right?
abilities
I
that
saw
can
it
run the
looked to be
game
a
at
castle
a
further
smooth
in.
60
Maybe we should
frames
take a
per
look.
second with high quality visuals, or an emulator that can run the game at a higher frame rate and with high quality visuals. If Nintendo wants my money, they should make it run better on their system. Or, better yet, just release it on PC. You know. Then they'll get more sales.
This place looks familiar.
People who have a PC and don't
right.
have a Switch.
It's from that woman's photograph. I'll be sure to get her the coordinates.
Money, money, money. Come on, they're friends with Microsoft for crying out loud. Put it on Game Pass. That'd be interesting. That'd get people talking. That'd get the press interested. That'll get people running their shitty clickbaity articles. This Nintendo exclusive game is coming to PC. Click to find out more. Yeah, Nintendo wants your money and for you to fuck off. That's a pretty good way of putting it. Remember Mario? This is him now. Feel old? Yes, your motorcycle makes a loud noise. I bet you're so proud. What a loud penis extension you have. Yeah, I'm hoping that at some point Astral Chain could do the same, but it is an officially owned Nintendo IP, which makes the likelihood of getting it on any system other than a Nintendo One extremely unlikely. But if Nintendo wanted to get people talking in a positive way, they would release it on PC. At this point, they're so chummy with Microsoft, there's certainly a way to make it work. It'd be a great first game to test putting Nintendo IPs on PC, right? Because if you think about it, it's not a major big name IP, right? It's not like they're chucking Mario on the Xbox, you know? No, you're right. Nintendo don't make sensible business decisions. That's not in their style. You're quite right. I'm just thinking financially they might want to consider branching out a little. They'll make more money. I tell you, gamers would be happy to have Astral Chain in a more acceptable, more playable form. It's complacency once your company is making all the money. You remember what making all the money tastes like. Nintendo were really humbled with the Wii U. They fucked up. Had to eat humble pie. Then the Switch came along. It was a bit rough at first, and then it took off. Nintendo were making all the money again. you're making all the money. Who cares if you're making the right choice or not? Who cares if you're making the moral choice or not? Doesn't matter. Make the choice that makes the most money.
Looks like the freak show's in town.
You can't tell me that Nintendo cares about their innovation when they're knocking out Wii U ports and the same Mario game, but slightly different. It's all about money now. I remember when video games were a hobby. The people who made them made video games because they were art. The people who played them played video games because they were fun. And then it took off, like everything else that takes off. There's more and more hands in it, more and more fingers in the pie. And you find you end up sharing your hobby with so many people who have different ideas of how your hobby should be. People who, for some reason, have a voice where you don't. And can demand that your hobby be experienced in a certain way. That's where we're at now. It's no different to movies, television. It's all the same.
Nice shack.
I like indie games as much as any other person, but
Okay, now, wait, what?
I am sick of seeing 8-bit styled indie games every 5 seconds. Show no mercy. Oh, but thou must. Please spare my animals. Do not hurt them. This animal is now invincible. But the robot isn't. He is. No, he's not. Why won't you die? Can't harm him now. Oh, that sucks. I've heard very, very, very good things about Hades. What I've heard about Hades is that it combines roguelike gameplay with an actual story and characters, which is something that apparently hasn't actually been done before, according to whoever you ask. I'm interested in maybe giving it a go at some point. It just passed me by, like so many games, it just passed me by. Maybe I'll bump Hades up the list of games to play. There's so many, I have to pick my battles carefully, you know? And there's tons of new games all the time that I want to play. Not just new games, but remakes of games that I love as well, which is the case this month with Replicant. This place is pretty. Pretty devoid of life now I've finished. I look at that place and I'm reminded of the sanctuary, the lost shrine. You cannot understand the feelings of a machine. I can't. Cannot understand the feelings of a machine. Only someone with hacking skills. Right. So I can't do anything about that side mission on this playthrough. So that's just going to be an annoying marker that I have to deal with on my map. Thank you, Vidya. We'll get to 9s eventually. Fuck the forest, you're all going to die. Level 27. Feeling pretty strong. Yeah, putting your hand through a CRT. The CRT would live. Your hand wouldn't. Now, my best advice would be to find a creative outlet for anger. The absolute worst thing you can do is bottle it up until it has to come out in the form of anger. CRTs are massive! Big chunky screens.
How are we supposed to reach that castle?
There are some games that still look best on a CRT. You know, when you think back to your childhood and you think about old games and you go, I swear that looked better. It did. Because the CRT did a nice mixture of blending and scan lines. That your old video game looked so much better on the CRT. Of course it did. It's not just, you know, nostalgia.
What is with these guys?
Don't listen to what they're saying.
Some speedrunners can only work with a CRT. The delays caused by modern technology, by HDMI. That little digital delay is too much to deal with. MGS3 is such a beautiful game. It's just a better looking game than MGS4. There, I said it. Like, not from a technical point of view, but from a style point of view, yeah. MGS3 is a much better looking game. I'm not even sure what MGS5 is meant to be. It's the drabbest, most lifeless game I've ever laid my eyes on. I get that that's the point. It's the drabbest entry in the series. I get that, but I think the last good-looking Metal Gear Solid game was 3. Besides Revengeance, of course, but I don't count that as an MGS game, obviously. Dragoon Lance! The Dragon Dragoon! Well, don't just stand there, equip the bastard thing! Type 40 Lance. Base damage of the Type 40 is already above what I have. Oh, but it's level 2. Squadron Idol. Oh, dear. Oh, hi. Wretched creature! So this is your first-person shooter, Sakura Gunner. So, does he think his enemies are actually anime girls? Because if that means If that's an excuse to shoot anime girls, I'm up for that. Let's shoot anime girls until they explode into a storm of cherry blossom petals. Yeah, I've played worse on Steam. Well, you might as well do something with it. Seeing as you've mentioned Sakura petals, you might as well do something with it. Anime memes haze. Okay. For shits and giggles, should I play Haze? Keeping in mind that I'm fully aware how bad the game is, and I kind of want to experience it for myself. Fuck no. I've told this story before. I went to the original Play.com Live, which was a expo here in the UK for a very short amount of time.
How can a concept like
they had the Haze demo, the in-development build, complete with the build number on the title screen and everything. In-development build of Haze there, which I had an opportunity to play. It was fucking terrible. I was like, this is horrendous. I had a vehicle, I think I had a vehicle and it got stuck in a staircase. I'm like, this is great. I'm looking forward to this game, not. And then that was it. And when it came out and I heard it was bad, I was just... That sounds about right. Based on what I played, the in-progress build that I was allowed to play at Play.com Live, it's like, yeah, no. This sounds like the right score for what I played. Seeing as there's a robot out there that heals all these animals I've killed, I don't have to feel bad about killing them all. So I'm giving that robot purpose, right? How are there dead android bodies here? There must be some sort of side quest that you get in this area. There's no way there should be this many dead players in the area. You bought it for physical 50 cents. How much was my copy? £3? Thereabouts? I think I paid about £3. Most games I try to keep a receipt for them in the box, so I know how much I paid. The copy of Homefront that I got yesterday in a charity shop, the receipt is in there, so I forever know that I paid £4 for Homefront Revolution. I know that I paid £4 for Time Splitters 2 HD. Had a thick layer of price stickers. It's kind of fun. If you can remove them carefully, you can see all the reductions that happen. I bought a game before from Game, and it had a higher price sticker on top of a lower one. But it went through the till at the lower price sticker. That was Gravity Rush remastered. That happened on. The price sticker was about £8 more, and when I peeled it off, there was a cheaper one underneath. But it went through the till at a lower price, at the lower ticket price. So I don't know why somebody had put a more expensive sticker on top of it. Actually, I have a theory for that. Maybe that member of staff was planning to buy that copy later. So they put an expensive sticker... I apologise for anybody who suffers epilepsy, but that was intense. The monster was right up to the screen. I do apologise. Maybe the employee put a more expensive sticker on the front of the box. And they were going to come get it later. If I put it at that price, no one will want to buy it. $1 Duke Nukem Forever. My Steam copy was around that. There was a UK retailer that had PC copies of the game that they were selling for $1.99. No postage. So if you factor in that postage is around £1.50 to £2, really, for a 160 gram DVD case, right? I paid like 50p to £1 for my copy of Duke Nukem Forever on Steam. And I've played through it, and I enjoyed it. I thought it wasn't bad. The second coming of Duke Nukem? No. Of course not. There's no way a game is going to live up to being in development that long. Ever. In fact, the only game that's come through that process and not been complete utter garbage was Prey, which had been in development since about 2001? 2 maybe? I've told this story before about my £5 Xbox 360 copy of Quantum of Solace that is in complete German, and the language can't be changed. I ended up going on the Internet Archive and procuring an English language version for Bondage Month last year. No, we played the English version. Yeah. I haven't played through it in German. I played through a couple of levels. I can ride these?! Surprised that worked.
Yep, this looks like a king's castle, all right.
It's not quite the Lost Shrine. You gotta wonder about it though, you know? Castle, like this European castle, right next to Japanese-style city. The original NieR's like this as well. It's an absolute anachronism stew. You've got the Lost Shrine, like, meters away from literally downtown Tokyo. A PS3 for £40. well, a PS3 is worth having for custom firmware and junk. Though that CMOS battery sure is interesting. I would say someone at Sony fucked up, but no, it's pretty clear that the Sony consoles killing themselves is intentional. It's pretty clear that that's the case. Haha! Tell me where I can go to get a PS3 for a $5. I'll buy the lot. Yeah, the impression I get is that they could do something about it if they cared, but they haven't even responded to news outlets or anybody asking about the bug. And that sounds to me like they don't care. Right? Otherwise, they'd fucking address it, wouldn't they? I don't know the validity of it, but I've heard a rumor that Microsoft and Nintendo will form a joint bid to buy Square Enix, to stop Sony from buying Square Enix. If this is true, then it's very interesting.
Huh? Wait, what did you
But
just say?
naturally, I hear a rumor like that, and I take it with a grain of salt.
That's not what you said. You said 9s, or at least something close to.
Cut the chatter and engage the enemy.
Ah.
On the one hand, I hate the idea of the current Nintendo having their hands on Square Enix, but by the same token, if Microsoft and Nintendo shared rights to Square Enix, that would open many great opportunities for gamers, while at the same time rescuing Square Enix from a company that would no doubt take everything they're working on and tell them, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Analysis. This part belongs to a machine life form.
Don't need this.
Analysis.
Let me take it. Yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Hey, why not? Imagine what a Switch Game Pass would bring you as part of the Xbox Game Pass. Oh, I've collected 100 bodies. P is stored in the bowls. P is stored in the bowls. Ah! Well, here's the thing. Nintendo would never give you tons of stuff. Yeah, that would never happen. But the idea of having your Killer Instinct Gold, Perfect Dark on Switch. Rare Replay finally on the Switch would be nice. It's not outside the realm of possibility. Will it happen? No. Would be nice though. Fucking invisible walls. This game should just be renamed Invisible Walls Everywhere. Okay, I got it. Invisible walls nearby. Did you get it? That spawn an item up in the air. How the fuck am I meant to get that? You know what that tells me? There's an invisible floor up there. Stream this morning was a little bit delayed, and I guess I can reveal why. There's a PlayStation emulator which was brought to my attention yesterday, called Duck Station, and you can force a 16:9 screen ratio and then render everything that's outside of the usual 4:3 on the PlayStation. Now, any game with aggressive culling looks terrible. But if a game doesn't aggressively cull in order to keep the frame rate up, you get a very nice result out of the emulator. Basically, it's a case of the less optimized the PS1 game is, the better this feature works. Basically.
Analysis.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I go to the effort of grabbing that, and I don't even need it. Okay, so Dora Barnyard Buddies renders the full area outside of the 4:3. You can bet your ass I tested that game. Right? It renders outside of the boundaries perfectly fine. The problem is, most of the game's cutscenes are pre-rendered FMVs, which play stretched. And, to fit it all on the disc, the developers used the lowest frame rate video they could in order to fit every single one of the game's cutscenes. So, while the gameplay looks really nice, every minute or so you're interrupted by cutscenes that are really slow looking and really grainy. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can bet I tested that one. Of course I tested Dora! Of course I tested Dora! fuck is this? I can barely see it. Ah, it's a box. Ah. Yeah, it looked like watching GBA videos stretched up. If they had done the cutscenes in real time, on Dora the Explorer Barnyard Buddies, then I'd be more than happy to record an entire playthrough of the game. Ooh. Oh shit, the secret weapons trader. Well, isn't this a surprise? Gathered 4 black and 4 white weapons and improved on them. So there's 8 weapons to find in the game world, and if I find them all, Masamune will do something for me. And that's why there's a checkpoint here, obviously. It's because of that area. Aha! Did you get Duck Station directly from the GitHub repo? I was provided with a link directly from the repo. You'll need to provide BIOSes. My recommendation is to get all the PS1 BIOS files from your legitimate copies of each of the PlayStation systems, obviously. Place them into the BIOS folder, which it will create in your documents somewhere. I think it's like Documents, Duck Station, BIOS. And then the emulator just has an auto-detect BIOS. That way, if you provide it any games that need specific BIOS versions, it will pick them automatically. So, of course, doesn't everyone have, you know, a PlayStation of each of the different versions? We'll do this boss and then we'll stop for today. How is Babby formed? How robot get pregnant?
Is this their
They
king?
need to do away in stain android. Yes, the NetYarazo PS1 is region-free and plays copied discs, from what I know. Nowadays, there are mods you can do for the PlayStation 1 that turn it into a debug console and unlock the ability to run games from backups.
That's
as well as any region.
android. A Yorha-type android.
Alert. This unit is currently wanted by Yorha. Annihilation recommended.
Annihilation? But why?
Let's go, 9S.
2B?
Bunker to 2B and 9S. We've picked up a signal from the black box of a fugitive known as A2. What you see in front of you is your enemy.
But
She deserted us. She's destroyed multiple pursuit androids. Now kill her before she kills you.
Fuck you, A2.
Why? Why did you betray us?
Command is the one that betrayed you.
Let's go after her, 2B.
So what's the marker here for then?
She's gone.
Operator, this is 9S. Patch me through to the commander.
Roger that, 9S.
I'm sorry, Commander. We failed to defeat the fugitive.
I see. Well, at least you're both safe. That's an incredibly powerful unit you just faced. You should probably keep your distance in the future.
Commander, why did A2 desert the Force?
I'm afraid that's classified.
Oh? Huh. 2B,
Yeah?
let's go ask Pascal about A2. He might know something.
All right.
Are you going to restore the partner tier?
Pascal? This is 9S.
You would like me to restore the partner
You
tier?
survived. How wonderful.
Yeah, we're fine.
Well, I am streaming
There's something
regularly
I wanna
again,
ask
as
you
well
about.
as making
Of
content,
course.
so
Anything.
Actually,
I wouldn't
it
feel
needs to be in person.
too disgusting
Understood.
to
I'll open the gate we built
to bring
deter
that tier
enemy
back.
invaders. You'll be able to reach the village through there.
I just felt that during the time when I wasn't streaming, it was rude to ask for that kind of money. I know full well that people were happy to. I just didn't want to give them the opportunity to pay that kind of money. If you would like me to bring that tier back, I will bring that tier back. I've got a save point up here, so that's what I'm going to do. Right, okay. The moose gets away for now. Eating cheese squares. That's nice. So what sort of side missions do I have on the go now? What sort of areas can I get to? Oh shit, there's a shortcut, isn't there? I have to go back there. There's a shortcut I'm supposed to open. Totally forgot about that. Okay, let's bring an end to it for now. Thank you very much for joining me today. We did a tiny bit more story this time. At this rate, we definitely... Well, we might see ending A before Replicant comes out on the 23rd on Steam. Oh, God. Oh, just a couple of bucks this time. Just a couple. There we go. Alright. I will work on reintroducing that tier. I'm not quite sure how to go about doing that. that it will now be the highest tier, but I'll think of something. And then I'll maybe make some sort of video advertising the membership tiers. Some sort of advert. I don't know. I'm just dreading going back to work tomorrow. Hey, Sushi! Bye, Sushi!